$5.4 million is what his base salary just got jumped to.
But
I don't think that's enough,
plus
to be honest.
plus incentives though.
He does get the incentives. I give him that.
And then apparently 8 year. I don't know why I just said 8. Every year, I think there's like a $240,000 bonus for each year.
Yeah, which I mean is already more than what Harsin is bringing in
Now,
as the football coach.
what I want to talk about is we do this a lot with football coaches.
Doo-doo.
We do this a lot with football coaches.
We do this.
We did this with Gene Chizik. We did this with Gus Malzahn.
And I know we're instant success.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Instant, you do good one season, and Auburn's like, okay, here's a wheelbarrow.
That's the big mistake that we made with Gus that I feel that we made with Gus
Now,
Malzahn.
I know football is a lot different from basketball.
Right.
But maybe we should just calm down a little bit with how much we're giving, to these
we need
coaches.
to calm down with all the animosity that we're dishing out toward Harsin. I mean, he has walked into a dumpster fire.
That dumpster fire is putting it lightly.
Yeah.
And there's just a whole bunch of mess going on in the Plains right now, and it's really hard to get a grasp.
But I think Harsin could get there. Now I hope we can just try to shy away from if he has a good season, we just hand him here's 2 wheelbarrows of money. Here, go ahead. Here you go.
That's the mistake that we made with Gus. He beat Georgia and then he beat Alabama, and our athletic department felt like we were on top of the world, and we're like, man, we got to give this guy 7 more years. Because we're going to have 7 more years of this, and then we get 7 more years of mediocrity.
That's just what I hope doesn't happen with Bruce Pearl.
Well,
I just hope that he doesn't he won't have he's had 2 good years with 2019 and now 2021 to 2022 season.
Well, I'm going to tell you this, and Steven, I know you have something to say, so we're going to bounce to you in a second. The difference between Gus Malzahn and Bruce Pearl is when
one plays football, the other one plays basketball.
Well, obviously, but we were a football program. We were a football school. When Bruce came in, we had losing streak among losing streaks, and we were close. We were, if not last.
We hired him to put butts in the seats.
Right. Well, we were. If we weren't last, we were close to last every year in the SEC. We didn't bring him in with necessarily high expectations, but we brought him in, to hopefully, make a turn. Now, since he came in 2016, he's beat Kentucky almost every year. I think 2017.
5 of the last 6 times.
5 of the last 6 times that we played Kentucky, and they were the blue bloods. They're top tier, as you would. Saw John Calipari say in his interview that but he brought a program that hasn't really been much of anything since the early 2000s and put them on top of the nation. That's the difference. When Gus Malzahn came in, we already had high expectations of our football program.
All right. Well, there's one more similarity and a little bit of a caveat to it. There, people have drawn comparison to we gave the wheelbarrow to Gus, because the Arkansas job was out there, and he was using that as leverage to say, look, I can go to Arkansas right now. I can go to Arkansas, they'll pay me whatever.
I coached at Arkansas State,
and coming off a hot streak just like he had. I mean,
Exactly.
he had some leverage there, so I see what you mean.
So he was able to use that as leverage, and maybe Bruce was able to use Louisville job the same way, saying, look, everybody wants me, but here's the difference to me. I feel like the fan base was justified in saying, give Bruce whatever he wants.
Well,
5.4 ain't even enough for me. He needs to get a little bit more.
A lot of people thought he was going to take the Maryland job because he's from the north, and it wouldn't be that far fetched, but the thing is, I think he really likes it at Auburn.
He does.
And if you need proof, there are millions of videos with him with his shirts off. So, I mean, if that's
and Bruce Pearl's jacked.
Yeah, he
really is.
He's scary, Jack.
He's
If I saw him in an alleyway, I would run the other way. I hope we have a statue of him right outside Auburn Arena. By the way, I think we should rename it to Bruce Pearl Arena.
I'm fully supporting, like we do like Tennessee did for Pat Summitt. Let's just call it the Pearl.